Hi guys, hello. This is LaQueen Battle First Aid Responder Services. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is LaQueen Battle First Aid Responder Services coming live here from downtown Boston. Very happy to be here today. And today is a holiday, and it is Fourth of July. Fourth of July weekend here, celebrating independence in the United States from Great Britain, as well as the celebration of families coming together, barbecuing, pretty much doing what we come coming together. So I'm very happy to be here and talk to you guys as I share current COVID-19 COVID tracker reports, as well as talking to you guys a little bit more about the moratorium, a little bit more about getting resources from your local government officials. Moratorium give you some more stats on current deaths as well as vaccination rates. And of course, to let you guys know, as we are right now, a lot of states, a lot of territories, regions are now in the final phase of reopening the economy back into motion. We still have a lot to do, so it's not over yet. But I'm very thankful for our current governor in office, Charlie Baker here, his administration, his team task force, as well as Andrew Cuomo and his task force, what they've been doing to pretty much help out, bring the economy and bring American citizens back into focus and back into motion during this economy. So it has not been easy, but as we reach the final phases of reopening back the economy, we can again discuss amongst each other, try to come together as a community and get the resources that we need best to overcome this hurdle of being down, business closing down, home foreclosures, people getting evicted from their houses. A lot of travesty that has been happening to a lot of people since the start of the pandemic, the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. So I'm just going to go ahead and split out to you guys a whole bunch of stats, go and touch bases with you guys, and then let you know who I am, what I do, as well as I do have a current event coming up tomorrow, July the 5th. It's called the We Are Boston Rally, so I'm very much happy to be involved with that. It's called the We Are Boston Rally, sponsored by the Greater Libertarian Party of Boston here and at the Boston Commons by Parkman Benston. It's called the We Are Boston Rally. We're going ahead and talk about uplifting the community. Jacob Uria is going to be there. He's a candidate for city councilman. Domingo De La Rosa is going to be there. He's also a candidate for the city council here in Boston. A whole bunch of people talking about how to improve our community, gun violence, police reform, a lot that we can do to help uplift each other out from the community as well as recovery from the pandemic. So it's called the We Are Boston Rally tomorrow, July the 5th at 3 o'clock in Boston Commons. So very happy to be here with you guys, okay? So I'm just going to post it in these comments. Um, we are Boston Rally, and it's sponsored by the Greater Boston. Okay, so it's tomorrow, Monday, July 5th at 3 o'clock. And so come on, supporters, and then talk amongst each other, see what we can do. How can we best uplift the community? Okay, so come ahead and support me. Come support the initiative. There's going to be a whole bunch of people there. Just come out and say, hey, this is LaQueen. I'll be there, as well as a whole bunch of other 20 organizations going to be there talking, giving speeches, and talking about how can we best improve the community. So I'm very happy to be a part of the We Are Boston Rally tomorrow. Okay, so again, I also want to talk to you guys pretty much the a whole bunch of legislators, as well as musicians, artists in the media, TV media, um, community activists, organizers have been protesting for the federal rental eviction moratorium to be extended. So far, the CDC has only given 30 days extension for the federal eviction moratorium. They only given a 30-day extension deadline. So for those of you who are having housing problems, or as well as home mortgage problems, the CDC, the Biden administration has only given the deadline for 30 days extension for evictions. If you do have any other issues, again, I will contact your local community resources and organizations out there. Again, the federal moratorium has only been extended to 30 days to July the 31st, 2021. That's something that I'm going to be talking about in this report today. Again, I would check with you as well as you and your legislators, your city councilmen, even your landlord. There's many organizations out there who can help you if you are having any kind of rental problems, as well as getting evicted from your home, your apartment, your condo, wherever you're coming from. There are plenty of community organizations out there. Or if you are losing resources, if you do not know, talking amongst yourselves, you try to seek together to come together as a group, as a community group, and figure out how can we best help each other to come out of this eviction crisis. It's a national eviction crisis. So there are millions of people about to get evicted from their homes. Right now, so far the deadline has been extended to July the 31st, but it's still in motion. So it was given the go ahead by CDC Director Rochelle Williams. But again, get out there, find resources, and do what you can do. Okay, for what's best for you and your family. So that's what we'll be talking about a little bit more into this report, as well as giving you guys the current update and current stats. Okay, my name is the Queen. I'm owner of Battle First Aid Responder Services. I'm here in the greater Boston area. I'm also a traveling medical assistant. I basically go out there, do first aid for community events. I'm always out there passing out hand sanitizer, passing out baby wipes, passing out wounds, basic first aid, helping the public. That's kind of what I do on the side, as well as giving out COVID-19 reports, talking to the community, out here on social media, talking to you guys, getting out there and seeing how can we best share resources out amongst each other, and pretty much talk it and discuss outside of our zone and see how can we best help out the community recovering from this pandemic. There are a lot of agencies and organizations that do the same thing that I do, but I'm just here as a community volunteer, as a community aid, telling you guys, hey, here's a couple of resources. You can find the same thing on social media. You can find the same thing on the news outlets, on TV, on newspaper, on radio. But it's good that we come together and we share and talk amongst each other how we can best help each other overcome the situation that we're all going through, which is surviving the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, so this is what I do. I love what I do. I love being involved and being informed. I have a nonprofit, 501c3 nonprofit, not a first aid responder services. And so far, I've been able to help go out to rallies, go out to public events, help out over thousands of people. I can't count the number. I've been involved with a whole bunch of coalitions, a whole bunch of organizations, also a whole bunch of medics teams as well as what I do. And we've been involved in just providing basic first aid and first aid care, CPR first aid care for in events. And I just love doing what I do. So I just love being involved in helping out my organization. That's what I do. So this is who I am. I'm a graduate of Purdue University's Spanish major. I have associates in liberal arts and Spanish from here Washington College, as well as a medical assisting diploma from Houston, Texas, and Northwest Educational Institute. I've done previous numerous webinars and trainings from the World Health Organization, as well as CDC. I've done trainings there. I've been trained in Buffalo, New York. I've been trained in Syracuse, New York. I've always gone to community trainings, getting informed and up to date of what's going on in the medical field. That's kind of what I do on the side. I always like to keep it updated, as well as to the World Health Organization webinars, as well as I'm a member of the American Red Cross Boston Greater Boston chapter. I'm also a member of the National Association of Medical Assistants too, as well. So I love being involved in helping our community. That's something what I do, and then I do this on the side. Okay, so I don't necessarily have a degree in medicine, but I still share my resources with other people and using my medical assisting certification, my adult and pediatric first aid certification, all the trainings and all the webinars that I've been involved in to help out people and talk with you guys on social media, as well as in the public, do what I do, continue what I do on a volunteer basis. I accept donations, so always being involved in community and always being in need for others who pretty much need as assistance. Again, I'm just by myself. I'm a single person, but I'm always out in the community. As you know, I have on my Harvard t-shirt, which is great. I did have an opportunity to work at Harvard this past summer, 2020, as a COVID-19 tester, and I wrote a couple books reports about it too. So you can check out some of my books and reports that I have published on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So I'm a published author. Check out some of my quick reports and books too, as well, on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles too. And I'm the author of Queen Early Battle. So great. All right. So I have to get a little spill about it. Again, if you'd like to donate to my 501c3 Battle First Aid Responder Services, you can send donations to Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal to Battle First Aid Responder Services. And I do accept all cash donations, cash either EFT, any kind of donations that you guys would like to send my way. I really do appreciate it. So, okay, great. So let's go ahead and get into the stats for today. Today is Sunday, July the 4th, 2021. It's the 4th of July. Happy holiday. Happy to be here in Boston. Happy to be informed and be informed and part of the community here on YouTube. So thank you, YouTube, for letting me host this quick COVID report. I'm very happy to be a part of that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give you some quick COVID stats as of Friday, July the 2nd from boston.gov. The website I'm going to give you is boston.gov COVID stats. It's from boston.gov. Okay, so as of Friday, July the 2nd, there's 39,000 confirmed positive cases of COVID-19, 69,514 of those have been recovered, and so far there's been about 1,393 confirmed deaths in the state of Massachusetts as of Friday, July the 2nd, all over the state of Massachusetts. So as of Friday, July the 2nd, that brings a total to 663,898 positive confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the state of Massachusetts. Now, I'm giving you guys the stats. I'm kind of bringing that everything to the end. I know you guys see on TV, you see Baker, you see Cuomo, you see all the administrations of office giving their COVID stats because right now the economy is at the end, everything's at the end. That's great, but still, I want to go ahead and confirm it to you guys again, give the spill again, and make sure that I'm on the same page as what they're on the same page. Right now, the current administration of office is bringing the economy to an end, and we're bringing businesses are reopening, schools are now coming back into opening. People are family businesses now trying to figure out how they best get resources to come together to overcome the hurdles that they've gone through the pandemic, as well as social isolation, that part. But still, we have to learn to share the information that we have between each other. So I'm giving the stats from Boston.gov. I know Charlie Baker, his team have stats too as well. Right now, they're focused on bringing the economy back to motion, which is great. I'm just a medical assistant. This is what I do, and I'm just sharing this stuff with you guys. Okay, great. So vaccination rates for Boston residents as of Tuesday, June the 22nd, the report from last month, it brings the confirmed cases to 806,966 total cases from Boston.gov. This is a report on June the 22nd, 2021, and that brings the total fully vaccinated people in the state of Massachusetts to 390,385 people have been fully vaccinated in the state of Massachusetts, which is the 57.5% of the population. The latest report from Boston.gov. Stats according to the Boston Public Health Commission. They can be reached at, if you have any questions about my stats, you can reach the info@bphc.org. Their phone number, you can contact them, is 617-534-5050, toll free 1-800-847-0710, and you can reach the Boston Public Health Commission too as well. Okay, great. All right. So the Boston Public Health Commission is also Boston Public Health. You can also check the Boston Public Health Commission for more information about the stats and how also the Public Health Commission and your local public health department to try to get more resources on COVID and recovering from the pandemic and how it applies to you and your family. Okay. So again, that email address is info@bphc.org. You can also that phone number 617-534-5050, 1-800-847-0710. Also, according to pandemic, right now, the MBTA is open back up to its full capacity. Public transportation is open back up to its full capacity all across the United States. But according to each and every single region and territory, how the mask mandate applies. Now, you would check with your local transportation regional authorities. Some transportations are kind of lax with the mask mandate, but I still would check with you guys. The MBTA here in the Boston area requires that all riders and employees wear facial coverings while at all stations and MBTA facilities. Again, Here in Massachusetts, we still require people to wear their mandatory mask. I would still check with each and every single local regional authority to see how the mask mandate applies. Some some business facilities, some establishments require you to wear a mask, some don't. Again, I would check with that establishment as well as see if they require you to wear a mask mandate or possible. Okay, check with each and every single establishment that you or business to see if a mask is mandatory or not. Okay, all right. Boston Public Schools here in the city of Boston has an updated timeline for reopenings and phasing to in-person learning. Again, I would check with your local independent school district and their board of directors to see how education is going to go on for the fall semester. Okay, again, most schools are still having at-home virtual learning, but each and every single family situation is different. Some families do have the choice if they want to return to school or not, okay? If they want to return to in-person learning. Again, like I said, check with your local board of directors at the school facilities, okay, to see if the students have the option of virtual learning versus in-person in classroom learning. Okay, so check with your local school districts and what their policy is about virtual learning versus in-person classroom learning. Okay, that's another issue that has to be addressed with those recovering from the pandemic. All right. Also, the city of Boston is allowed the state's reopening plan. All COVID-19 restrictions have been lifted as of Saturday, May the 29th, since the state of emergency ended on June the 15th, 2021 here in San Francisco. So a lot of businesses are now in the final phase of reopening. Okay, the state emergency has been lifted here in Massachusetts, so that brings a lot of the businesses to full occupancy. Okay, so a lot of the businesses are now allowing more customers to come back into their openings, as well as restaurants are now more lax. Local businesses are now more lax, except for hospitals, schools, as well as churches. Again, I would check with your local city and government region on what is their reopening plan for COVID-19. Okay, check with them as well. Another resource you can get is if most states in here in the United States have is called a text alert system for COVID updates. So here in Boston, it's called Boss COVID, and if you can give that, and I'll give this number to you guys to get more text alerts sent to your phone for COVID updates. Again, you could text Boss COVID to the phone number here 888.777 for COVID-19 updates. Okay. So most states and most local regional authorities have information pertaining to, okay, I need to update, I need rental assistance, I need food assistance, I need to figure out, is my unemployment ending? Was my PUA? Was my unemployment? Am I going back to work? Is my business is going to be a lot to open back up? Again, check with your local city government or regional authorities about their COVID-19 updates. Okay. All right. So again, my name is LaQueen. I'm just a medical assistant. I'm just by myself, but I as soon as I find the resources for you guys, I'll share them with you guys on social media as well as in the community, and then we can come together to figure out what's best needed for those who are struggling to overcome recovery from the pandemic, as well as other people who are still going through as many other situations like myself too as well. Okay. Again, I'm letting you guys know another small spill commercial. I will be in an event tomorrow. It's called the We Are Boston Rally here in downtown Boston at the Boston Commons Park at the downtown park called the Commons. It's called the We Are Boston event sponsored by the Greater Libertarian Party of Boston, talking about community justice programs, jail police reform, standing against racial justice in the city. So I would invite you guys to come out and attend. It's called the Real Boston Rally. Okay, so that commercial's over. Something else I want to talk about is, again, for those of you guys out there who are going through the same situation that I am in, as well as I'm a single person. I don't have a family to take care of right now, but those of you who have families to take care of, the federal eviction moratorium has been extended for only 30 days, according to the CDC. as well as the Biden administration in office, they only gave a 30-day extension. So for those of you homeowners as well as renters out there who still need assistance for being evicted from your house or being evicted from your dwelling, you can reach out to your local city regional authorities for more assistance on the eviction process, as well as getting more resources to not be evicted and take care of your families and your personal property. Again, the COVID-19 moratorium has been extended to July the 30th. It only gave a 30-day extension. When that July 30th, 31st deadline comes, I'm not sure about the news of it, but as I shared you with you guys on Instagram and Facebook, they will provide more resources out there. It'll be shared on all news outlets to see if they are going to if that is a final extension deadline for the moratorium, or if the current Biden administration, as well as the CDC, if they're going to extend that rent eviction moratorium for more families across America. Again, it's going to take some time, but they only gave a 30-day extension to the moratorium deadline. Okay. All right. So again, according to CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky, she signed the extension to the federal moratorium preventing the eviction of tenants who are unable to make rental payments. It was originally for last week on Wednesday, June the 30th, but it was extended according to the CDC, and they said as of check the cdc.gov website that this is the final extension of the federal eviction website moratorium, that this is the final eviction of the federal eviction moratorium. So again, when that July 31st, 2021 deadline approaches, I'm not sure if they're going to give another extension, but that's an extension as of to date. Okay. So I would advise you to check with your local city government and your local regional authorities, as well as the CDC.gov website, as well as the WhiteHouse.gov website. Check with them for further instructions and to try to get more resources and assistance. Okay, so that website is CDC.gov. I know it provides a lot of medical resources, medical website, but I would check with the CDC.gov website as well as WhiteHouse.gov for more information on the federal eviction moratorium. Okay, so whitehouse.gov as well as cdc.gov website. Check with them too as well. Now, like I said before, I'm just a single individual person by myself. I'm a medical assistant. I'm community aid. That's what I do. I'm just by myself. Okay. I have very limited resources, but whatever resources I have here with you guys, I will share them with you guys, and you can come together and talk amongst your family and friends. Look on as well as on social media. Look on TV news outlets, the newspaper, your local TV news outlets, and see how you guys can best compare the information between you and your family and loved ones to best overcome this hurdle of surviving the pandemic. Okay, it was best to overcome the eviction process, which a lot of millions of Americans are going through right now. Okay. All right. Again, check the CDC.gov website for further instructions on the federal eviction moratorium, okay, which has been it's affecting millions of Americans all across America. Okay. The term eviction means that any action by a landlord or owner of a residential property or other person with a legal right to pursue eviction, to remove or cause the removal of a covered person from a residential property, and also this also applies to people who are also being evicted from their homes for foreclosure too as well, on a home mortgage too. Okay, it also affects mortgages as well. So again, check with your local regional government or authority in charge and see what they are saying about the federal eviction moratorium. Okay. There's also other agencies out there that America has. Is called. There's another agency. It's called the National Low Income Housing Coalition website. It's www.nlihc.org, National Low Income Housing Coalition website. You can also check them for more information about the federal eviction moratorium deadline being extended. Okay, so it's called the National Low Income Housing Coalition.org for more information on eviction proceedings, as well as you can contact United Way 211 for more information on if you are getting evicted from your home or your dwelling too as well. Okay, so that is the National low income housing. Okay, and you can also reach out to 211 for 211 United Way. You can also reach out to 211 United Way for more assistance too as well. Okay. All right. Again, you have to research and check with every single for there are plenty of rental assistance programs out there. You have to check with every single state, territory, tribe, or locality for more assistance and try to get as much resources as you can from your local region, your state administration, whoever's in charge of office. Um, from the mayor to the governor, always just check with their websites for more information. I know here in Boston, it's boston.gov, mass.gov. Again, check with your local regional offices and get resources on the eviction moratorium, or if you need food assistance, if you need job assistance, pandemic unemployment is ending for a lot of people across America. They're losing their unemployment insurance. So again, you have to check with your local regional authorities who's in charge of that process and see how you best can get resources that are much needed. Again, I would advise you guys to check with your local media, TV, news outlets for more coverage on the federal eviction moratorium too. Now, here in Massachusetts, we have programs for people who are in need of rental assistance, as well as all across America. They have plenty of programs out there that are needed for rental assistance. I know here in Massachusetts, the city of Boston has what is called a rental relief fund. So again, I would advise you guys to check with that. The Massachusetts has what's called emergency rental assistance program, or every single, or there might be tribes and also regional authorities that have what's called the Mash Pay, Wampanoag Tribal Emergency Rental Assistance Programs. Again, there are all over programs out there to help you and your family best recover. In New York has what is called the State Emergency Rental Assistance Program. There's regions, cities all over Seneca, Yonkers, Onondaga, Rochester, Oyster Bay, Hempstead, and all of the state of New York, where you can find out more rental assistance programs. So check with them too as well. So see what's needed. Okay, so again, check with your local, regional, and city authorities who's in charge to see how you can get what program best fits the needs of you and your family, as well as continue to check with local TV and news media outlets for what's needed during this eviction time. Now, again, like I said, the federal eviction moratorium has been extended to 30 days to July the 30th, 31st. Okay, so it has extended 30, they only gave a 30-day extension, okay, to July the 31st. They're still trying to debate that in Congress right now, but that is still being debated, okay? So for those you out there, check with your local city government authorities, like I said before, see what the resources out there, try to take care of what's best needed for you and your family, okay? Great. Okay, so guys, we're gonna go ahead and swing into this. I'm getting into this about 30 minutes into this report. I thank you guys again. It's the 4th of July holiday. Happy to be here on YouTube talking with you guys, sharing a little bit more about COVID-19 reports. Again, I thank you and appreciate you guys for following me throughout the whole year of my journey through the COVID reports. I thank you to all my supporters and family and friends of Battle First Aid Responder Services. We really do appreciate it and happy to be here with you guys. So there was another report today on Sunday, July the 4th. According to CNN Health, the United States has less than, about fewer than half of the United States has reached what the White House goal, the Biden administration's July 4th vaccine goal, as the Delta variant threatens the nation's progress. So there was an article posted on CNNHealth.com today by Aya Elamosi on today. It says, according to the article, the U.S. has reached its highest vaccination rate in mid-April, when the 7-day average of doses administered daily topped 3.3 million people. Then it reached 1.8 new people 1.8 million new people became fully vaccinated each day. So again, the Biden administration still has not reached its goal of herd immunity of 70% of the American population to have been fully vaccinated. We still have a lot to do. Okay, so but that rate has not sustained, dropping to 1,121,064 doses per day. 685,472 people becoming fully vaccinated daily. So, however, the Biden administration, did come close to its goal of vaccinating 160 million adults by the July 4th holiday as of today, according to stats by the CDC COVID data tracker on their website, cdc.gov. So again, the Biden administration, like I said before, the Biden administration still has not reached its target goal of herd immunity as of July 4th. They're trying to reach that goal by August to September, to have young kids under 9 years old vaccinated, but we still have a lot to do. Again, I would check with the stats of the CDC.gov and their COVID tracker stats, as well as what's going on WhiteHouse.gov, to see how that applies to you and your family. We still have a lot to do for the states to reach herd immunity. It's still going to take a lot to do. Okay. So the CDC COVID tracker also shows that a total of the U.S. deaths accumulated to 603,018 as of July 4th, 2021 holiday, and that current date is at timed at 12:25 p.m. Today for the July holiday. So again, that brings a total of deaths to 605,000 Americans have died because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We still have a lot to do. And right now, I'm just standing in accordance with what the current Biden administration is doing and their goals too. Okay. Again, I'm just a volunteer. I'm a community health advocate, talking to you guys what's going on here on the YouTube platform, and then sharing my resources that I have here on my report, and then talking with you guys. Hopefully, you'll be able to talk with how can me and my family be vaccinated, what resources are available to us in our community, how can we talk amongst ourselves, how can we reach our goals, what can we do to help other people in our community become vaccinated. Okay, so that's the goal. Herd immunity is the goal. Herd immunity is the goal. Right now, children from young adults and teens aged 12 to 17 are able to get the vaccination. There's not a lot to do. But again, right now, herd immunity is the goal. Okay? So, let me see here. Great. I think I reached it. Okay, I'm about 30 minutes to this broadcast. I'm very happy to talk to you guys here today. We still have to be careful that Delta variant is still killing people. So there's a new variant out there. Again, I would just continue to get vaccinated. I still continue to get COVID tested for myself. But what's best means for you and your family, as well as those in the medical field. Again, just continue to get tested, as well as continue to get vaccinated. Okay, that's great. All right. So again, like I said, the COVID-19 rental eviction moratorium has been extended to July 31st. Check with your local, regional, and city government and authorities on how that eviction process applies to you and your family if you are best struggling going through any kind of situations. Okay, so it's been extended to July 31st, 2021. Again, there are plenty of rental relief funds out there. Check with your local city and government and regional authorities. Hey, Icy Brooklyn, how you doing? Again, check with your local city government authorities to see how you can get assistance, what's best needed for you and your family. Okay, so Massachusetts has what's called the City of Boston Rental Relief Fund. There's also the Mass Emergency Rental Assistance Program. There's different tribal authorities, so you don't necessarily have to be an American citizen, a U.S. resident, but also local tribal authorities have their own rental assistance programs too, as well. So check with tribes and authorities and see what's going on with them. New York, Massachusetts, city, states, and regions all across the United States have rental assistance programs. So best reach out to them. There's other organizations out there. There's United Way, Salvation Army, Catholic Charities. There's plenty of nonprofit organizations. They may not have rental assistance funds, but they can connect you to resources out there. Catholic Charities, United Way, Salvation Army. There are other plenty of resources, and you can usually find them through 2on1.org, or you can find them through your local city government and their organizations too as well. All right. So again, I want to focus on something right now. There are still people all across the world who are still suffering from the COVID-19 pandemic, not just here in America. But I just want to go ahead and send thank you, IC Book, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So So there are people all over around the world who are still suffering from the pandemic. Okay, it's affecting people. Haiti, they're going through political turmoil right now in their country, dealing with the president, dealing with kidnappings and deaths and political turmoil. India is still recovering from the pandemic. Thousands of people are dying daily from the new variant of the Delta variant. People all around the world are still suffering from the coronavirus pandemic, as well as dealing with other issues that their current government, as their people, are suffering from. I'm just a medical assistant here providing resources here in the United States. But if you're in any other country, I do send out my condolences and I send out my prayers for you for struggling. And for those people who do not have the resources that we have here in America best needed, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and give you the top five countries with the top top deaths. I'm going to give you these stats right quickly. That the United States is one of the top countries that have suffered from the coronavirus. The coronavirus COVID-19 has killed the most people in the world from the United States, but there are other people around the world who are still suffering. So, like I said before, I'm just an American. I have very limited resources. I really don't know what's going on around all around the world, but I do send out my prayers and my wishes for those of you who are still suffering, no matter where you are coming from. I can do my very best, but I will get the resources and information that I have and share with you guys. Okay, so right now, the stats of the United States, the current confirmed positive cases of coronavirus has reached 33,715,687,000 confirmed positive cases of COVID-19. And so far, the pandemic has killed over 605,510 Americans have been died since the COVID-19 pandemic started. The second country that has the COVID 19 pandemic has impacted the second is India. India has reached confirmed positive cases over 30,545,433 confirmed positive cases in the country of India. And so far, the pandemic has killed over 402,500 citizens and residents of the country of India. The next country, number three, of the COVID 19 has impacted is the country of Brazil. Brazil has killed over 18,742,025 confirmed positive cases of Brazilians dying from the COVID 19 pandemic and confirmed positive cases of the COVID 19 affecting Brazilians all across their country. And so far, it has killed over 523,587,000 residents in the country of Brazil have died from the COVID 19 pandemic. The fourth country to have been impacted by the COVID 19 coronavirus had been the country of France. France is number four at 5,717,831 positive confirmed cases in the country of France, with that total bringing the deaths to 110,239 confirmed deaths in number four for the country of France. And that brings it to my final here. The number five is the country of Russia. Russia has reached over 5,544,199 positive confirmed cases of coronavirus COVID-19. Their deaths in the country of Russia has bring up to 136,636 confirmed cases in the country, deaths in the country of Russia. So, America, India is number two. Brazil is number three. France is number four of the countries that have been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as Russia is number five. And then number seven is United Kingdom. United Kingdom comes in at number seven with 4,903,438 positive confirmed cases in the United Kingdom. That brings it to 128,222 confirmed deaths in the United Kingdom. So these are the current stats as of the world. The tracker. The tracker is the tracking COVID-19's global spread. And I will go ahead and give you guys this website so you can check the current stats and how it applies to if you have any friends or families or relatives in any other countries suffering from the COVID-19. I will go ahead and provide this website link here on the World COVID Tracker. Right here is this article right here, sponsored by the CNN, their World COVID Tracker. So that website right here, if you go to this link in the comment section, cncnn.gov, if you can see this link, let me see. I'll provide this link right here. I'll provide this link one time. Okay, so if you go to this link, it's called the World COVID-19 Tracker. And that provides the stats for the countries that are still suffering from the pandemic and how that applies to them. I'm providing you the stats. Now I know you guys mainly have seen this on TV. You may have seen Cornwall Baker, everybody else talk about these stats. I'm giving this at the end as the economy backs up, business are now back in session, schools are now reopening, college students are now returning back to school. Um, Students are now going back to in classroom learning. The economy is coming back to full motion. We still have a lot to do. The COVID vaccine is not over yet. The pandemic not over yet for a lot of people around the world. Not only Americans, but a lot of people all around the world are still suffering from this virus. So we still have to continue to send out our prayers and our condolences for the people that have died because of this pandemic, as well as those who are still suffering from the issues of it. Okay, that brings the total confirmed worldwide deaths of the COVID-19 pandemic virus to 3,973,892 million people around the world have died because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, over the past 2 years, 3 million people have died. So it still has a lot to do. Again, go to this website, go to this link, and check to this link, and ask. It's the CNC World COVID Tracker. They provide stats updated daily by the CDC. Check with them. The pandemic is not over for a lot of people. Like I said before, people are still suffering. But it's best for you and your family to get out there and to be informed of how it impacts you. People are getting ready from their houses. Right now there is a shortage of food across the world, not just only here in other countries, but in America there's food shortages, shortages on eggs, shortages even eggs, as well as on meat. There's shortages on meat, there's shortages on chicken, there's shortages on eggs, there's shortages even on basic food staples that we have here in America. So as people right now come out through and experience how the pandemic has affected them, they're going through eviction process. People are losing their homes. They're also going to be losing their PUA, pandemic unemployment assistance, and then on top of that, they are experiencing food shortages. One way or another, somehow governments are going to be involved in trying to help out the citizens and give them much resources as needed in order to recover from this pandemic. Okay, now you may see your local grocery store fully stocked, but even though your local grocery store is stocked on food product and food produce, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's not a shortage. There still is a shortage one way or another. That food may still be in overabundance. They still may be putting out a surplus of food to overaccumulate for the fact that they may not be getting that product in for the next couple of weeks at that same rate of, of production. Okay, so there's food shortages going on. Um, Right now, people are switching on to virtual versus in classroom learning. There's a lot of other issues going on with people recovering from the pandemic. We still have a lot to learn. But again, I would encourage you guys here on social media, on YouTube, as well as other resources, to reach out to your local city government officials, your state regional authorities. Again, here in Boston, we have mass.gov, cdc.gov, the Department of Health here in Massachusetts, which is always providing more resources, as well as to get out there, continue to get vaccinated. If you have an issue with getting vaccinated, talk to you and your local health practitioner, your local doctor. Talk it amongst yourselves. See what's the best product can come out for you and your family with another issue. Department of Public Health, your local city and regional authorities, your local school districts, they're always informed about how the pandemic has impacted them, whether you're going to switch to virtual learning, like I said before, virtual learning or in-person learning, see how that also applies, as well as to some other issues that are being involved. Okay? All right, so Thank you so much, guys, for listening to my report today. This is the Queen Battle First Aid Responder Service coming live from Boston, Massachusetts, here at the Starbucks Cafe. Very happy to be here today. Again, we still have a lot to learn from this pandemic. 3 million, 3 point, according to the CNC, CNN Web Tracker, COVID Tracker, 3.9 million people, 3.97 million people around the world have lost their lives due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So I will send all my prayers and condolences to the family and the loved ones who have died because of the virus contagion and what has been produced out of this. We still have a lot to learn. The federal COVID-19 eviction moratorium expires on July the 31st, 2021. Okay, in less than 30 days. Continue to go out there, look at resources in your community, see what is needed, what's best for you and your family. Okay, keep informed. That's best what you can do. The most thing that you can do is always to keep informed. Like myself, I'm a community aide. I'm talking to you on social media. Like I said before, I get the report to you, and I sent you guys check with your local daily media outlets. Check to see what's going on with them, as well as the newspaper, WhiteHouse.gov, CDC.gov, Department of Public Health. Continue to check with your local media outlets. See what their reports are. Continue to be informed. Like I said before, that's the best thing that you can do to protect you and your family and recover from this pandemic. All right. So again, thank you so much, guys, for listening to my report today. I really do appreciate it. This is a Clean Battle First Aid Responder Services, coming live from Boston, Massachusetts. God bless you and your family on this 4th of July holiday. Again, prayers and condolences for those who have suffered and who have recovered, who have been overcome through to this COVID-19 pandemic. Again, another thing I want to talk to you guys about before 45 minutes into this broadcast is that another issue is mental health. Now, mental health is if you're dealing with any kind of anxiety, depression issues, suicide issues, anything. Mental health is has been a very issue. It's impacted veterans. It's impacted people in the medical field, physicians, nursing professionals, as well as it's impacted everyone recovering from the pandemic. If you're going through any kind of issues dealing with mental health, I would ask you to talk to somebody about it. Tell somebody your issues, as well as to reach out to. There's plenty of organizations out there. There's the National Suicide Network, as well as United Way. There are plenty of organizations out there that can provide counseling or that can provide free or at low cost services in the community to help you recover from any kind of issues that you are going through, dealing with the pandemic or any kind of exposure to any kind of issues in your life. Okay, so there is UnitedWay.org. There's a National Suicide Foundation web. Their organization. There is NAMI, the National Association of Mental Illness. They're a great organization to reach out to for counseling services. NAMI. There is plenty of organizations out there to help you recover from any kind of anxiety, depression, or just have somebody to talk to. Okay, so the National Suicide Network, their phone number is 1-800-SUICIDE for the National Suicide Network. You can also reach out to NAMI, the National Association for Mental Illness. You can reach out to them too. And like I said, I'm recovering from anxiety and depression in my life. I'm not the only one, but again, I just want to let you guys know that you do not have to struggle alone. You do not have to struggle alone by yourself. Whatever you are going through, if you're going through any kind of hostility in your life, you do not have to struggle alone. There are people in your life that want to help you out. And you don't have to be conformed or isolated just to one individual or one person. There are, like I said before, people want to help you. You just have to be out there to get the resources out there to say, hey, I need help. Will somebody help me? Somebody help me. And the people that do want to help you. Okay. So again, National Association for Mental Illness, the Bipolar Alliance, the Bipolar Association of Bipolar Alliance, they're really good, as well as the National Suicide Network is pretty good too. And then United Way 2-in-1. United Way is also another good organization to contact to for free counseling, free or low cost counseling services. Okay, free or low cost So 2-in-1 United Way is also another organization where you can reach to contact you for free or at low cost counseling services for you and your family or your loved ones. Okay, if that's needed. Okay. So there are people out there. You again, you do not have to struggle alone. I have some friends that died from suicide as well as from mental illness. Again, they didn't have to struggle alone, but I know that recovery is possible. I myself am a survivor. Recovery is possible if you go through any kind of situation in your life. Recovery is possible. So again, I just want to let you guys know you do not have to struggle alone. Okay? All right, so this is the Queen Battle, a battle for safe responder services. Thank you so much, guys. Happy 4th of July, and God bless you and your families. Again, prayers and condolences to the family and loved ones who have survived and have overcome through this pandemic, COVID-19, coronavirus pandemic. We're still not done. We have a lot to do, but continue to check with your local, regional, and news and TV media outlets, organizations, as well as get out there and see what's best needed for you and your family. All right, the federal eviction moratorium ends on July the 31st, 2021. So I would go out there, be informed, and do what's best for you and your family and your loved ones. So, a few minutes to this live broadcast. Thank you so much. This is a Queen Battle. God bless you guys.